Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a fantastic video to get into because it's all Donkey Kong Bananza themed. We have rumors, updates, leaks, we have it all, and this video is going to be, dare I say it, bananas. Okay, let's go and get right into it. That's right, all the news in this video will be Donkey Kong Bananza themed because there's actually so much news to go over. But first, I gotta tell you, tomorrow I will be reviewing the game and then doing a stream 7 or 8 o'clock, I'll let you guys know. And I'll be giving away a copy in that stream, so you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, check this out right here. Yeah, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up that good, but look at that design of these new stickers. I have a giant roll of stickers right here, and next week I'm going to send these out to pretty much whoever wants them. But yeah, I mean, this video, it's very exciting, all really cool stuff. Before we get started, if you could, hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our amazing communities growing. And let's go and get right into this video. Let's go over some Donkey Kong Bananza news that is, it's just bananas, man. I just like saying it. I'm gonna say it. I'm taking advantage of being able to say bananas right now. But this news is bananas, and it's coming directly from Nintendo and the Donkey Kong Bananza developers. Recently, Nintendo and the developers just did Ask a Developer Volume 19. This is for Donkey Kong Bananza. And they asked some really interesting questions in there. And I mean, I was already excited for the game, right? I said my opinion changed once I seen the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct. Like, I was gonna get the game probably day one, but I wasn't gonna care if I didn't get it. You know, it was one of those games where it's like, yeah, that's gonna be great. I'll play it when I play it. Now, I truly cannot wait to play this game. And I've just been playing like stuff on my backlog, even though I've bought like some new games recently, because I just want to have my schedule cleared for Donkey Kong Bananza. I'm going to play it from start to finish once I get it, and I truly cannot wait. It is going to be a certified hood classic. I can stamp it now. Now, a few things that are very interesting that came from this interview. Number one, we've been seeing this new Donkey Kong redesign, right? And I actually really like it. You know, I enjoyed the older Donkey Kong design. And at first, I was taken aback because it was just so different, but it's really grown on me, especially with all the facial expressions and seeing his relationship with Pauline. I really do enjoy this new character. So we would figure, well, you know, we've seen his redesign in the movie, and we've seen it in Mario Kart World. So this redesign that we're seeing now in the game would be based off of those things. But that's actually not true at all. And it turns out the Donkey Kong Bananza style came before the movie and Mario Kart World. And that is actually crazy to me, because I never would have guessed that if they never said anything. Now, Donkey Kong in its essence, at least in my mind, and I guess a majority of other people, this is a 2D game, right? And, you know, we had 3D Donkey Kong on N64. That game was fun. I don't think it aged gracefully at all. So it's not like one of my favorite games of all time or anything, but it was cool. I love 2D Donkey Kong. I prefer 2D Donkey Kong. Sure, Donkey Kong Bananza will probably be better than all those games, but I'm still always going to prefer 2D Donkey Kong. So what's the future of Donkey Kong? Do they just stop making 2D games once 3D becomes more popular? But they also gave us an answer to that as well. And you can see right here, I've highlighted it. We have the opportunity to create two separate branches, 2D Donkey Kong and 3D Donkey Kong, just as we did with Mario games. So that is so promising to hear, and I am so excited for the future of Donkey Kong. Now, one of the major developers of Donkey Kong is Retro Studios, which also makes the Metroid games, right? I don't know if they made Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D or whatever the hell, the one that came out maybe at the beginning of this year? The newest one before Bananza. I don't know if Retro Studios actually worked on that. I feel like that's true for some reason. But we kind of have some insight into the future of Donkey Kong development with Retro Studios. So according to Kiwi Talks, which is like a game developer interviewer, so this isn't a leaker, this is a direct relationship with these companies. Retro Studios are unlikely to return to 2D Donkey Kong after Bananza. Also believes Retro will develop Metroid Prime 5 and a new IP after Prime 4. And this was the same person who was saying that K. Rool and the Kremlings are returning to Donkey Kong Bananza. So obviously we don't know if that's true yet. We haven't played the game. I heard some copies are out there, so I feel like we would have seen that confirmation already. So probably in some DLC, because I know this doesn't mean something set in stone, but when you look at the ESRB rating or the listing on the eShop, it says it includes in-game purchases, which makes a lot of us think DLC probably. And, that would make sense. I could see them supporting this game for quite a while. So maybe if they're not in the game now, K. Rool and Kremlings will show up later on. But very interesting development. So who will they outsource 2D Donkey Kong to in the future? I'm very curious to see how that will play out. Now we have 2 more massive Donkey Kong Bananza updates. They're actually truly crazy. But first, a smaller update that plays into all this that, a lot of people might want to know. Best Buy is doing restocks in-store for the Nintendo Switch 2, and they're doing it to celebrate Donkey Kong Bananza. So they're doing this on July 17th. So if you don't have a Switch 2 yet, or you're in the market for one, or maybe you have one, you want to get another one, or whatever, you can go to Best Buy and get one on July 17th. And you could also pick up a copy of Donkey Kong Bananza while you're there. I mean, I cannot think of a better game to start your Nintendo Switch 2 adventure with. Because I gotta be honest, I am way more excited for this than I was Mario Kart World. And in my opinion, this is going to be a way better game than Mario Kart World. It's just my personal preference, but yeah, just a little update there. Now, something that is no secret, right? A lot of games that we're learning about on the Switch 2 were originally being developed for the Switch, which I think is just incredible. The Switch library is one of the best gaming libraries of all time. Their first-party stuff, some of the greatest games we've ever got, and it was a steady output every month or every other month, huge first-party games. So the fact that Mario Kart World, Hyrule Warriors, a new one, Donkey Kong Bananza, which we're about to talk about, and something else major, but these were all originally being developed for the Nintendo Switch, but they realized that they wanted to do more and make it better, so they held off to the Switch 2, which is great. But what would those games look like, right? I mean, we can wonder, but for Donkey Kong Bananza, we can actually see. So Donkey Kong Bananza was originally developed for the Nintendo Switch. I think I heard about this like a week or 2 ago. Here's a side-by-side of how it would have looked on the Switch 1 hardware. I mean, it's hard to tell right away, right? But obviously, the environments right away. We can see this is way more fleshed out. Even on the tree up here, in the background, this is like some purple lava stuff. You can see it's really no colors there. Donkey Kong himself looks more fleshed out. The lighting is better. The colors are better. I am so ecstatic that they held this for the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a good chance with Nintendo and their magic, they could have had this running on the Switch. It wouldn't have looked great, but the performance is where it's really going to shine on the Switch 2. So this is such a weird and interesting look into something that could have been, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I wonder what that would have looked like. Well, buddy, you can look right here. I said it once, I'll say it again. Shout out to Nintendo for just holding it close and saying, whoa, wait, we got the Nintendo Switch 2 coming up, and now we're going to get one of the best games we'll ever get on the Switch 2. Now, we can take it back even further to the beginning of the Switch, a game that came out in the very first year, a game that is very connected to Donkey Kong Bananza, that is Super Mario Odyssey. And it turns out, something in Super Mario Odyssey directly influenced this game. Donkey Kong Bananza started development with a Goomba with arms. And this is one of the fun features in Super Mario Odyssey where you get these arms and you can break stuff and just beat stuff up. It's awesome. I don't remember using a Goomba. Maybe this is something just in development. But you can see, right? They're just breaking apart stuff, throwing stuff. And yeah, 100%. That's like where this comes from, which is that's awesome. Now, another thing, if I can put it on the screen, I will. During the end of Super Mario Odyssey, there is a scene where Bowser, I think, is climbing a wall or something, and he has Peach on his shoulders, and it looks just like Donkey Kong and Pauline. So you can tell there was just so much influence from that, and they're like, wait, we have something here. This makes perfect sense for Donkey Kong and Pauline. And I just find that so fascinating. So, the game is coming out technically today. A lot of people got early copies. So you'll be able to watch gameplay today and streams, and reviews will be out today as well. I truly think we're about to be treated to something very special. It is such an exciting time to be a gamer, especially as a Nintendo fan, and I cannot wait. So just keep in mind, tomorrow I'll review the game, and then in the evening we will stream the game, and I'm going to try to break my stream record viewers. I think we have like 45 as the max. I'm going to try to hit 50 viewers. If we can hit that or get close to that, I will give away a copy of the game, maybe some eShop gift cards as well. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our community growing. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.